It's a 2002 Mercury Villager minivan slash wagon, depending on which auto parts store has it labeled in their system or whatever. Obviously, it's the exact same thing as the Nissan Quest of the same, at least of that same generation. So we got the whole plastic windshield cowl removed. You can see inside you got access to all of your wiper motor and controls and all your wiper wiring and things like that. And then on the left side right here you got your cabin air filter, which we just are replacing currently. This is the old filter, and it's, from the looks of it, very old, because right here on the top it's got the actual Ford 3M. I mean, it's a good filter, or at least was, but yeah, it's like the factory dealership Ford made cabin filter. Now luckily, because it was a good quality made filter, the back side of it, the air that would be going into the inside of the car, seems to have done a pretty good job at blocking stuff out. But with how clogged the outside of this is, I don't even think any air was really even making its way through this anymore at this time. So this is a MicroGuard branded air filter, or cabin air filter, or whatever. They make air filters too. This is at O'Reilly's. The part number for this, for the Mercury Villager, is the 3035. Also get a little bit of a installation instruction manual with it. Not that you really need it. The only tricky thing is obviously you got to remove this entire cowl, and then you got to take the actual wiper arms off of both sides, and a few other crazy things to get this thing removed and reinstalled. This is the top plastic cover piece that kind of snaps down and holds the cabin filter in its spot. It is in with 4 of these like hex head, like T20 something screws. I don't know the exact one for the Torx, but it also has a actual bolt head on it, and it actually turns out to be like a 7mm. So how this would work is you come in here and you put this like, and it pretty much like sit like that on top of it, and you'd put your 4 screws in. There's also a manual engraved onto the top of this. Replace filter every 12 months or 15,000 miles. Do not over tighten. So with your with all 4 of your screws kind of inserted, which also acts like a wedge to hold these the filter in place, you'll just come through here and start tightening all 4 of these down until you get them like snug. Okay, so we got all 4 of these tightened down and snugged. Next thing we're going to work on is getting the cowl reinstalled on the windshield. Should be fun. Also, the thing with these Villagers, on the this front piece of metal frame right here, it's supposed to be like a water channel canal for when it rains. The water will come in here and like flow and run down. But the way that they have this design from the factory, they have this bent flat. So I took pliers and I went through this whole thing and I bent it up like a right angle, and then I reinstalled the rubber seal and then like RTV siliconed it just so it would like act as a like a water barrier. So hopefully this will work a lot better. I was having water run down and leak out of this and fall into cylinder number 3. It was actually causing legitimate like misfires and stuff, and water would actually sit down there on that plug. It was pretty bad. This is the cowl. It's honestly about like 5 foot long. So, well, if my camera will focus. Another thing you're going to want to make sure when reinstalling this cowl is you got your windshield washer lines that run to the sprayers on the hood. There's the connecting piece, and then there's the line. And I'm going to make sure that you reconnect that before you finish installing. Okay, we got the cowl reinstalled. You're going to have about, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 of these screws here on the top. I got that marked for future reference. We're going to be reinstalling our wiper arms now. Putting our wiper arms back on. Alright, so these are our wiper arms. Got it labeled so I don't get confused. Got driver's side and the passenger side one. I think there is a difference. I think one is longer than the other one, so marked them. And this is just removable. Like, it's like a little paint marker. This will come off. I'm gonna take it all off, obviously, when everything is completely reinstalled. So how to go into the house real quick, get some wish I had a little stronger percentage of this, but got some 70% rubbing alcohol, isopropyl alcohol, to get some of the paint marker off of the cowl and stuff like that. Probably just scrub it with the hard side of the sponge.